It's the Lions and the Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium. Tonight we kick off a new NFL season with the opener for 2023, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. Well, Charles, our 8th opening night broadcast together, and we couldn't ask for a better place to be. Arrowhead Stadium. Been a festive atmosphere all day. Smell of barbecue in the air. They unfurled the Super Bowl banner just a few moments ago. It's a celebration, and they are ready to get the new year started.
What I like most, partner, was that you got them to slow the car down. We got a little taste of that barbecue, not just the smell. We are able to eat it a little bit. I like that. But, hey, let's not overlook these Lions under Dan Campbell. They're not here to enjoy the barbecue or the ceremony. They're here to win. They think they've got a good football team as well, and they think...
The Chiefs ready to begin their Super Bowl defense. The Lions hoping to spoil the party. Boy, what a sight here at Arrowhead as the season is underway. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018 NFL Most Valuable Player.
There's nothing the league's best quarterback didn't achieve last season. Super Bowl trophy? Check. MVP award? Check. League leader in yards and touchdowns? Check. How does he top the season he had last year? I don't know. But Patrick Mahomes, he usually finds a way.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Like my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Mahomes now on first down. Has his man, that's James. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, for Patrick Mahomes and these Chiefs, they're trying to become the first team to repeat as Super Bowl champs since the Patriots in the 03-04 seasons. So we're going on 20 years here. What kind of chances do you give the Chiefs of pulling it off?
Well, traditionally, we know how difficult those chances are. Heck, we can't get a repeat winner in the NFC East, so you know it's tough in the NFL to go back-to-back, let alone win a Super Bowl. But here's the thing about this team. Culture, a word we use almost too often, is really ingrained in a positive way in Kansas City. Not only do they believe, but they've got a heck of a roster, too.
Well, what a career he continues to have. That catch is number 815. That ties him with Hall of Famer Shannon Sharpe.
And just think about this. The only people ahead of him at the tight end position in catches, Antonio Gates, Jason Witten, and Tony Gonzalez. You catch 815 passes as a tight end in the NFL, call your tailor and get measured for the gold jacket.
And again, it's Mahomes. Short throw, hauled in by Kelsey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
This is caught. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run here with Pacheco. And And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Lions ready to take over on offense for the first time here, and they've got a rookie at the helm, the third-round pick from Tennessee, Charles, Hendon Hooker.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100-plus the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Second down and 8. Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Third down. Hooker looks to throw it. And cooked it up. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near. And you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that...
And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 9-yard touchdown there. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan.
Butker is on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I wanted to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about double 0, like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear? Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
Throwing. Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gibbs straight ahead. Down at the 35. It'll be second down. From the 35, here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 55 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And the Lions first down.
They go play action. Here's Hooker. Steps away. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Hooker. And he's going to be marked down short of the first down, right around the 17. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Open man right side is Tony. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This one out quickly to James. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. So from the 37, here's a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And some room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 55 yards. And the Chiefs have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is now 17-3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Hooker now on 2nd down. He'll find his rookie tight end, Sam Laporta. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
First down, Detroit.
Here's Hooker to throw it. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down, here's Gibbs. A solid stick. And now the rookie's free. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. And this time they were ready for him as they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. A good pickup there at 22.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On the give, here's Gibbs. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Hooker now off play action. And this is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal.
A 33-yarder from the left hash.
Patterson's kick is good.
And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Isaiah Pacheco and the offense back out.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A big pickup of 38.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Finding Gray on the out route.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Now Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Here's Mahomes to throw. That is caught. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Now it's Mahomes again. And this is going to be incomplete.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, there's a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the 1st down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Richie James, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield and get the ball in his hands in open space. and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go jet sweep here with Williams. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Hand off now to Gibbs. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Hooker. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 93 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the 1st. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. Patterson's kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out. He's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, And sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Hooker's going to throw it. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. Trying to throw again here. Hooker going underneath. Gibbs has it. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. As the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back out to you guys in KC in just a moment. But first, let's look ahead to what should be a tremendous opening weekend for 2023. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they'll face off against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. In the late afternoon games, one of the best of the bunch will be at Soldier Field in Chicago, where it'll be the Bears taking on the Green Bay Packers. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. In the first half, it was the reigning league MVP and Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, who did his thing. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing. Hooker. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now Hooker. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
On the return, it's James. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
He was defended by Kirby Joseph.
Throwing now is Mahomes. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Here's Pacheco. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Williams. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during the series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Hooker. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Hooker to throw it. He finds his man complete. It's Gibbs. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
James now to return it. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
The partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but Let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And Detroit getting set to go now. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Montgomery on the counter. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll check this one down to Pacheco. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 21-yard
To throw, it's Mahomes. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mahomes going to throw. And that is incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass and you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return, and the Lions will take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Now 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hooker. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Hooker now off play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's second down and 10.
Hooker to the air yet again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Hooker. Over the middle, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Now back with the Lions. Here's Riley Patterson on for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And the deficit will hold at 15.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A dump down to McKenna. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 96 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. Mahomes now on 1st down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
They'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Working out the shotgun. Hooker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdes-Scantling. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
Pacheco gets it up the gut. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Branch on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2. At the Lions, 43 yards.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's James. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
At the 47-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Valdes-Scantling. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
And again, it's Mahomes. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He was defended by Martin Emerson.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Charles, a well-drawn-up play, beautifully executed, and look at the scoreboard and where we're at in the second half. They are on their way to a 1-0 start to this season.
Exactly what every team in the league dreams of. Winning your season opener, getting off to that good start, and building confidence for the rest of the season.
16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Williams now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So out now come the Lions. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. First down throw here. It's Hooker. That's complete to Laporta. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Lions.
Here's Hooker. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
He's got right on the short throw. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Trying to throw again here. Hooker. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard
Hooker.
line.
This one swung out to Montgomery. Only able to gain a couple there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Throwing. Hooker. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 33. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Now this throw caught left side and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down in Detroit.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Or are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Montgomery is in for a Lions touchdown. All right, so this one not quite over yet. Back to a 2-score game, CD.
Yeah, and you've still got 4+ minutes to go, so when you think about comebacks, it's happened before. Now, it hasn't happened often, but you've got to think to yourself, let's be the next great comeback story and play this one out.
Hooker going to try to throw for it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The ball back to the Chiefs, and Isaiah Pacheco. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there's going to be any lost yardage plays, nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They'll run here with Pacheco. Able to push his way through, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll try and run with Pacheco. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So with that, you figure that this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Hooker to throw on 1st and 10. And that'll be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one, well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Hooker's going to throw it. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Connection made with Shenault. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Another drive coming for KC, and we'll see Marquez Valdez-Scantling once again. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
That's the game right. Makes it 3rd and 3.
Well, partner, the season officially underway. It was great to be back with you, obviously, but the first game of the year always a special one, and I know you do too, love having it on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I think it makes it special, right? It makes it so that everyone is just watching, all eyes on it on a special night like that. I think it's going to be a great season for them. I can't wait for the next several months. We know there are going to be surprises all the way through the season, and before we know it, we'll be talking about opening up on a Thursday night again